he will be in the ring coming up next against Rudolfo Lunsford. Leonard Dorin, perfect record, 12 wins, no losses, no draws. 4 of those wins by the knockout route. Leonard Dorin, well, we've seen him in the room, and he certainly looks like he's mentally prepared, and you know very well that he's physically prepared.
Yeah, he's ready to come in there, and again, they've gone through the fight plan. They know what they need to do tonight, so he's just going over that and ready to come out here tonight and put on a show. Drop your head.
Well, they are in the super lightweight division. This one is scheduled, or will be, to go 8 rounds. Leonard Dorin, one of that group of young Montreal fighters who is up and coming. Now, he's had a long amateur career, and he's not a young fighter, but nevertheless, he is young, relatively so, in his professional career. Now we'll go up again to the ring announcer momentarily after we see the tail of the tape here. Lunsford, 2 inches over Leonard Dorin, 5'6", 5'4". Weight, we have a pound difference with Dorin a pound heavier. 29, 26 is the age. And the reach, a couple inches for Rudolfo Lunsford. That can be an advantage, Dale.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an advantage. If he knows how to use his jab, keep Dorin on the outside, it's an advantage. If he doesn't know how to do that, he's still got to find a way to keep Dorin on the outside.
That's right. An advantage is only an advantage if you know how to take advantage of it. Is that right?
Of course, I was wondering also, I wanted to ask Dale a question. Like when you see an amateur record like that at Dorin, and I know yourself, you've had over 250 amateur fights and things like that. Now, if you take the number of fights that Dorin had in the amateurs, and then you add to that his age when he turned professional, do you think that there is a certain point at which that becomes a disadvantage to wait too long before you turn professional?
I think there is a bit of a disadvantage. I have to agree with you. I think you want to do it before that age. Even I felt that maybe I was a little bit too old to be turning pro. And,
how old were you when you turned pro?
I was 20. I would have been 24.
24. Well, that's quite young, especially for a big guy like you. A little guy, oftentimes, like his career is going to be shortened, of course, because he's going to move around a lot more. So in effect, you know, it's like refereeing. Sometimes if a referee stays too long in the amateur ranks, it takes a few years to get the amateur out of him when he goes into the pros. And I was just wondering if that's the way you felt about, let's say, an amateur fighter that might stay a few years too long. And at the age that Leonard was, I thought perhaps it might take him a couple of years to get the amateur, you know, like the amateur, shall we say, style and things like
but
that.
If you look at Leo, and you've seen him in the amateur fights, Guy, he fought that same way in the amateur styles. Very straightforward, very down, hard punches, and it just didn't agree with the computer scoring at the end of Dorin's amateur career. So he's really fought the same way as an amateur. Now he's just adapting it into the pros. It might take a little bit longer with having that many amateur fights, but I think Dorin is adapting to professionals very well. And like you said, I think he's ready for a big step.
Okay, so in other words, the things that he could add to his previous, let's say his previous baggage of tricks is perhaps power, perhaps also pacing himself for longer rounds and that type of thing.
But I think the thing with Dorin, he's always in shape. We've seen him go through fights non-stop punching for 10 rounds. He's been that many rounds. And it's not stamina. Stamina is one of his very strong points. I think the thing is when he gets somebody against the rope, he might be a little bit too close to him and smothering his power. He needs to take a half step back, and then we're going to see Leonard Dorin's power, because he has power.
How important, Dale, is managing and coaching for a young fighter?
It's very important because, number one, you got to have the confidence in your coach, in your management team. If you don't have that, you're not feeling 100% confident when you're going into the ring. This is not a game to mess around with. These two people are in there. This is obviously a business, but it's also a dangerous one. You have to have 100% concentration and ability with your trainer and your management company.
Confidence in the guidance that you are given.
No question. The confidence in the guidance, where they're leading me in my career. The fights they choose for me, who they feel I should fight next if I'm ready to take a step up. If I'm not ready, I want them to make that call.
And if you lose confidence, then it is time to change coaching and management, right? Yes.
Well, you know, it's a very important and interesting point you say, because I'm looking at guys like, for example, Angelo Dundee. And in my opinion, I don't know if he's trained under him or not, but I think his greatest gift is motivation, much more even than technical knowledge. And he knows how to motivate a guy in the corner to the point where he brings the best out of him. That's why they pay him $100,000 whenever Muhammad Ali wants the guy in the corner. And without even him being the trainer.
He's wearing perfectly constant black trim and weighted at 136.9 pounds. Il a été professionnel de 9 victoires, 6 KO, 9 défaites et 1 nulle. His professional record stands at 9 wins, 6 by knockout, 9 losses, and 1 draw. Introducing Rudolfo Rudy Lunsford. Et dans le pointu de la Montréal, en provenance de la Roumanie. In the blue corner from Montreal, originally from Romania. Portant la culotte noire et pesant 137,6 livres. He is wearing black trunks and weighed in at 137.6 pounds. Il a une fiche professionnelle parfaite de 12 victoires, 4 par KO, aucune défaite, aucune nulle. His professional record stands at a perfect 12 wins, 4 by knockout, no losses, no draws. Il est double médaillé olympique et champion du monde amateur en 1995. He is a two-time Olympic medalist and the 1995 World Amateur Champion. Mesdames et messieurs, Leonard, le Lion Dorin!
Rudolfo Lunsford wearing the red trunks. Leo Dorin in the black trunks. There you see the difference in height. 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches for Lunsford, up from St. Petersburg, Florida. Jerry Bolin is the referee in this fight. The judges, Jean Lapointe, Jerry Simpson, and Pasquale Procopio. And we're into the first of what is scheduled to be 8 rounds on this Interbox pay-per-view event. Thank you for joining us at the Molson Center in Montreal. What are you expecting here in this first round, Dale?
I think they're just going to feel each other out. Dorin wants to get in there and let the punches go, but he's still going to have to see what Lunsford has to offer and bring to the table. Stick to the jab. Lunsford looks like he has a quick jab, nice short hand movement, but a little bit of feeling out here unless Dorin sees something and he'll jump on it early.
Lunsford's record, 9-9-1, 6 wins by knockouts. And Dorin is aggressive. That's the way we expect him to be.
Come on, Dorin.
And again, boxing fans in Montreal, fortunate to have a boxer of his experience come in here and start his professional career and rise up in front of these fans. And he is continuing. He packs a very solid punch, Dale.
He's very workmanlike. Hands are nice and tall. No wide punches, if you see. They're all very compact, very close to his body. He's got a lot of leverage on his punches, and that's very important. He's just got to take a little step back. I want it like that. Right hand was very nice. He had a little bit of a distance with it underneath and throwing very good counter punches right now.
Then you see there when they're punching in close, Lunsford with the 2-inch reach advantage. And Dorin does have short arms, doesn't he?
He does have short arms, and they're very compact. Like that hook right there. You need to go down to the body, up to the head. He's got a very good double hook, and I think we'll see a lot of that tonight.
Landed a good right. And another one. And another one. Leonard Dorin's a puncher, and he's come out punching. Lunsford trying to get to Dorin. Dorin's protected himself well.
Dorin's hands are always up. He's a very disciplined fighter. A lot of punches and bunches, and they're very powerful, as Lunsford will tell you after the first round, I'm sure.
Lunsford doesn't seem to be that intimidated, though. He keeps coming right back.
He has that barroom brawler look, doesn't he?
Oh, no question.
Yeah.
Break. I think Dorin would be happy fighting this fight in a phone booth. He's that type of fighter. He just wants to get down to business.
There goes the bell, and this first round is over. Rudolfo Lunsford appealing to the crowd. We'll go to Guy Jutra, see how he scored this one. I don't think this is going to be any surprises.
No, that's not going to be tough. The first round, well,